I want to discuss the gi, and then also I want to show a couple ways to tie the belt. So I think one of the most intimidating things when somebody joins Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu school or Gracie Jiu-Jitsu school when they first come in is actually wearing the gi. So just the basics on the gi. The tradition for a gi is the left side goes over the right. Probably the easiest way to remember this is most gis will have a tag on the outside of the left. So when you put your gi on, you should have the tag on the outside. That's a good way to remember it. Japan, the tradition was, this was the old school where you're live, when it actually bury you, they'd turn it the other way. On the pants, I've actually seen people wear their pants backwards. What you want to make sure is that, you know, the strings, you're going to have the loops in the front. So that's the easiest way to remember where the pants, how to wear those properly. And then when you tie, you just want to tie it just like you're tying your shoes. Now, one of the most common things with gis is when you wash, one string will get shorter than the other. So if you have that problem, say if this is a side that's shorter, what I want to do is I'll pull on the other side, and basically on the same side, pull that through, and then I can pull, and then it'll even it out. So like now I've got this one longer, so what I want to do is I'll pull on this side, start pulling it in, and you go about halfway what you think, and then that'll balance them out for you. Okay, now on tying the belt, there's a couple more things actually on the gi before we go on. Within our school, Helson Gracie prefers us to have white gis, so please don't buy a blue or black gi. We try to have white gis. And then on the belts, just the tradition is you're going to have on a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu belt or Gracie Jiu-Jitsu belt, you're going to have a bar. You're going to have a black bar. Our black belts have red bars. But when we tie the belt, we're going to want this bar to end up on our left side. Okay, so the easiest way to tie the belt, and again there's a bunch of different ways to tie the belt, is I just take the belt to the back. I start with a bar on the left, I go right in the center here, and then I cheat. I just slide this to my middle of my back, take my other hand here, and then I just slide my hands forward. Okay, that keeps the belt nice and even. Then you take the outermost part, you're going to wrap it, bring it up through. Okay, from that point I make a loop on the bottom, and then I take the top and I come up through. Okay, so your knot should look like this. Now this is one traditional way. I know Helson, some of his brothers will come in, they won't go through both. They'll do the same thing, but they take the outer one, come up through, tie it, again make the loop, and then come up through, get the same kind of knot. Now last thing I want to show you is how to roll the gi for transport. And also whenever you come to a class, the gi must be clean for every class. Okay, don't think that you can just leave it in your car or that you didn't sweat during class. It's very dangerous for you and for your training partners to come in with a dirty gi, because these things will harbor nasty bacteria and they'll stink. So the best way to take these things home or bring them to class, what I like to do is just fold the pants up, place them inside. If they're a little longer, you can fold these again, but from here I just fold the sleeves in, okay, here to here, and then from there you can just start rolling the gi up. Okay, so I'll come here, keep this in, and then just start rolling the gi. All right, once you have the gi rolled, you can take the belt, loop it around a couple times, and then we're going to tie it just like I showed you a minute ago. Okay, so I'll come through here, tie it down, make the loop, and then from there you can just simply carry it. Okay, so just some basic things on the gi and on how to tie your belt.